Hi Cougars, it's me, Mrs. Webb again. I'm back with another experiment. So you get two this week. This is another water experiment. You're going to need one plastic bag and some sharpened pencils. You can do as many sharpened pencils as you want. If you have a lot, it's a little bit more fun, but if you only have a little, it's okay. We're going to talk a little bit more about gravity and how surface tension and pressure works with water. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, I forgot to tell you, I have Kai. He's back with me to try this experiment. Can you say hi, Kai? Hi! So I'm really glad that he can be here virtually with me, just like you. All right, so you take your bag and you're going to fill it up at your sink. So I'm going to turn my sink so you can see the water. Okay, so you want your bag pretty full, about 3/4 of the way full.
Can you help me?
So you want it full enough that you can do the experiment and create a little bit. You're creating surface tension. And if you notice, as you're filling up your bag with water, it's getting heavier. That means that water has mass. So water takes up space. Anything that takes up space has mass. But water is in what state of mass? What state of mass is water, Kai? Can you tell me what state of mass water is?
Liquid.
It's liquid. Because liquid, how do we know it's a liquid?
Because it's a fluid.
And it takes the shape of its
the container.
Takes the shape of the container. That's how we know it's a liquid. So we're going to take our bag and then you're going to want to seal it up. And you might need somebody to help you. You don't have to get all the air out. It is actually good if you have a little bit of air in there with your water. Okay, so here's where we're going to stop and make a prediction. The prediction that we're going to make is what will happen when I poke my pencils into the water bag. What will happen to the water? So we're looking to see what happens to the water when I poke pencils in it. Kai, what's your prediction? What do you think is going to happen?
The water's gonna not come out.
The water's not going to come out? Okay, Kai thinks the water's not going to come out. What's your prediction? I've done this experiment a couple of times and I tested it to see. Okay, so we're going to make two predictions. There are two parts to this. The first part is what will happen when we put the pencils in. And the second part is what will happen when we take the pencils out. Okay, so first time, I want you just to poke through the water bag. All the way through till your pencil comes out on the other side.
Oh, no, I did it right there.
What's happening, Kai?
Only a little water came out.
Only a little water came out? Did you poke it all the way through?
Yeah.
Did the water stop once you poked it all the way through?
Yeah.
You got to get it straight through or else you're going to get holes coming through. See, I have one. I poked a hole through, so I've got to put a pencil in there. And then what happens when I put the pencil in? What happens if you don't get it all the way through, Kai?
It makes a hole.
It makes a hole, so then you have to poke a pencil through it. So if you poke it like that and you don't get your pencil all the way through, you have to try to get your pencil all the way through to stop the hole. This is kind of like okay. Keep going. Poke as many pencils as you got. You got to get them all the way through, and it's kind of fun. Okay, now, second prediction. What happens if I start taking the pencils out? What's going to happen?
Water's going to come out.
Water's going to come out? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a pencil out. How do I stop the hole?
With a pencil if you wanted to.
That's right. So I just pushed my pencil back through and it stopped the hole. why doesn't water come out while the pencil's inside the bag? Why do you think that is?
Oh, I needed more holes.
What's the science? What's happening? Why does the pencil keep the water from coming out? I made a hole. You know a hole is there, but why is the pencil keeping the water from coming out? Why do you think, Kai?
Because of the pressure of the bag. This type of the plastic bags, they like always push in. Like if you ever put your finger through plastic bag, like it's tight on your finger.
So it creates pressure around where you've poked the hole. So it actually seals it at the same time. So when you take the pencils out, so go ahead and take all your pencils out. Make sure you're over someplace where you're not going to get everybody wet. Or maybe you want to get everybody wet. You're going to take all your pencils out. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. I'm getting soaking wet. This would have been a good outside activity. And once you get now you've got a bag that is like a sprinkler and can shoot water out. Once your water gets down below the holes, it will stop coming out. Why do you think that happens? So now, Kai, your water stopped pouring out. Why has it stopped pouring out?
Because there's no holes where the water is.
So if the water is below the holes, it's not going to come out of your bag unless you squeeze it or tip it. So why don't you go ahead and try that, Kai? Why don't you squeeze your bag and see if you can get all the water out without opening it? Can you create more pressure? See, if I create more pressure, I can squeeze it until the water comes out. So it's that whole concept of that water is a liquid, but it's still mass, and it will take up space. All right, Cougars, there's your second experiment.